right, Clapped Out Carolina edition. We are here at a familiar place. This is Customs by Bigun, but we have some stuff to do and wrap up. We have to get the Camaro on the dyno, but we are working on ironing out some issues electrically on Bigun's 1968 Chevrolet Camaro, and then we will be loading up to go test tomorrow, hopefully in Bradenton. It is minus 3 days. Today is Thursday. We have to tech in by Sunday. And we're almost there. We're almost there. We got this. A little out of my element, but I can work hard. So that's my job, is to work hard and make shit happen. Okay, something that you may be missing if you saw this on Facebook already is this hot side has absolutely no wastegates. The wastegate is right here. So we are using a Turbo Smart, the E-gate, and you can see on like a normal wastegate, like a poppet valve, this one turns like a cutout, flows way more. So the only thing controlling the boost is just the E-gate. We're in uncharted territory, but it should haul ass. It's a theory anyway. Ah, starters hate you! All right, so what we're doing here is basically trying to figure out how to control the E-gate effectively. You watch the blade in the video, you can see we open it more and more and more at very low RPM pulls just to make sure that we have a handle on it before we start running high RPM, so we don't let the turbo run away. Alright, so basically what's going on here, those are very low power numbers because we're chopping the throttle early in the run because we were trying to dial in the E-gate. Mr. Peter Harrell is over here, real good dude stuff, and he's doing stuff. Eric's in here just lounging around while the rest of us are out here making sure the car has fuel, draining catch cans, tightening down dyno straps, and make sure the E-gate is E-gating. We are getting somewhere. And we have to be somewhere tomorrow to test very early. So it's gonna be a late night. Eric, how do you feel about our odds right now?
Oh, wonderful.
Huh? How much sleep have you gotten this week?
I don't know. Probably 10 hours all week.
All week?
Yeah.
10 hours. I mean, I stayed up. Usually I get like 14, 15, right?
Right.
I'm retired now. I just take naps all day and fart in my house. That's all I do. Hey guys, quick warning here. You may have seen it in the video, and I don't know how we missed it, but do not let loose rags or any kind of trash in front of your 106mm turbo. You get your sweatshirt? All right, it is, I don't even know what time it is right now. So if the dyno sessions looked like redundant, it's because they were. We were ironing out the details on the E-gate, And then the last pull, we somehow dropped a cylinder. So I say we like I did anything, but that mastermind over there is the one who did everything. But what he's doing right now is putting all of the injectors into his, I mean, he's compensating with this injector flow bench. Usually most people's flow benches look like that. But then, come over here, we got this.
We gotta have a big one.
It's a big one. Bigun's got a big one. He's got a hog. Hey Bigun.
Yeah?
Why does your fuel injector look like you've been up all night having sex?
Well...
That is not ideal. That's supposed to be fully closed, and it's pissing like a racehorse. So we were going to, what are we gonna do, backflow?
Yeah, we'll try to clean it. We'll backflow it and then open them up, see if we can get it, whatever trash is in it, out.
Yeah. Here we go. The injectors are injecting. Don't tell anybody, but Bigun's a fan of micro squirt. Look at that. And what do we use to fix this? Compressed air.
Yeah.
Just compressed air. Pay attention to your injectors, kids. It may save your motor. That's the number we're looking at right there, 1189. 11 horsepower shy at 1200. We are trying to figure out how to really manage this E-gate deal. It's an interesting strategy. And throw us some new strategery. Use a bunch of words that don't even make any sense. You know what? And it doesn't make sense to you, it doesn't make sense to me. And it doesn't matter because this car is making 1200 horsepower. How do you feel about that? 1200 horsepower? Huh?
I'm getting there.
I'm getting there, right?
Start up too.
Getting there. That's the bottom of the barrel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna scrape for. Just making some stank.
Getting there.
What does it weigh?
32.
With you in it?
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
What are we doing here, guys? This is a small one. Streetcar. What are we doing? What are we doing? I think that's I feel like that one did okay. It blew the gas jug across the lawn and made 1600 horsepower. Hearst purrs. All the Hearst Turks. All right. It is almost midnight on Thursday before sick week. We have testing on Friday, potentially testing on Saturday. We don't know. But what we do know is we have a 1968 Camaro that makes 1600 horsepower. It is southbound and down for Florida for sick week. Here we go. We're gonna strap this car down. I'm gonna jump in the back of that truck and take a nap. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, we have been driving through the evening. There's three of us, so we've been taking shifts here. We have made it to Bradenton. We are 4 miles from Bradenton.
This is 4.5 years in the making here. That's how long it's been since Bigun's made a pass in this car. So this should be a nice easy rip. Probably just do a 60-foot hit depending on how it goes. If it feels good, he may stay in it. Woo-hoo-hoo, here we go. He's gonna cowboy it. God dang, Eric. You're making me run. Oh. Thanks. Drop my rag. Sorry, man. Drop my rag. Okay. So it doesn't bump for shit and it doesn't want to shift. Alright, so our window of opportunity to test here is obviously very limited and time is of the essence, so I forgot to film anything. We worked around the shift points configuration in the Holly, thinking that maybe there was an issue there, and we went back up to test. So because I didn't film anything, here's just a bunch of clips of cats getting wasted on catnip. Look at this. It's crazy what they do. Oh, this guy doesn't even care. Ladies and gentlemen, a legend.
Hey, what's up?
Stevie Fast Jackson.
How y'all doing? Beautiful sunny day in Bradenton, Florida today. About to make some tires smoke.
Can I get you to say that my beard looks better than Lyle's?
Lyle's beard looks better than everybody's. Lyle's the man, but you're on the way up.
There we go.
Good.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. That's for you, Lyle. Foot's like a turd, but that'll get done anything. Left me hanging. I was doing this. Dave Schroeder didn't. Look at this big Canadian limousine. Jesus. All right, survey says 490, 130 60 foot, which, I mean, that's terrible. Horrible. It will do that anywhere.
Yeah.
I believe that because the car wasn't bumping, that the second time he rolled in, I don't think it stayed up on the chip long enough to get on the target boost, and that probably explained the 60 foot real soft.
Needs more up there.
Yeah, but we can work with that. Okay, sick week starts in 2 days. I'm already sunburned. This guy's working me to death over here. This is supposed to be fun. We're having fun. We've been telling ourselves that. I don't know if we're believing it yet. But we got some growing pains, as with any project, and we think we got them figured out. The problem that we were having before is the car was not shifting, the dump valves were not dumping, and the chute was not shooting. And it was doing some really wonky stuff. Basically what we found is one of the harnesses, a couple wires were flipped on it, traced the wires, and now we're gonna see if we got this right, to act right. We're gonna go up and try to make another hit.
If my calculations are correct, you should see some shit.
Boom, baby. That's what we call progress. The battery is completely dead, and it wiped out the tune of the ECU. Luckily we have it saved on the laptop, but then my laptop died while we were trying to charge the car to start it using a jump pack. The jump pack was not enough, didn't have enough balls to start the car, and now we're gonna push it onto the trailer because that's what you do. That is not the worst news. The worst news is, if you saw in the last video when the car launched, the back tires didn't budge. Engine RPM shot to the moon. Drive shaft RPM, i.e. the rear wheels, did not move whatsoever. And now the transmission fluid smells absolutely terrible. It's 9 o'clock, almost 9:30 here. Testing is wrapping up. Luckily, we got all day tomorrow and Sunday. Technically, we just got a tech. We don't have to test on Sunday. So we got a couple days to try and scrounge up some parts. So tomorrow, I think what we're gonna do is head over to TBM Brakes, put this up on their lift, use their tools because our tools are in Orlando now. Snatch the transmission out of this thing. So we think the low gear is what's cooked in it. Good news is, if we had to and we really feel adventurous, it has a second gear lead, meaning we can leave in second gear. I say we, like I'm the one driving it, but Bigun can leave in second gear and run it down the track in 2-3, kind of run it like a power glide. It may come to that. We're not quitting. So we're gonna go get some rest and attack this thing early in the morning. We are headed to TBM. Shout out to Doug Cook for the hospitality last night. We crashed in his RV, and we're heading over to TBM Brakes. We're gonna put the car up on the lift. We've come to the determination that the transmission is in fact broken. So if you know anything about automatic transmissions, basically the engine turns the front, magic happens on the inside, and then horsepower and torque comes out the back. That's all I know. So we're gonna take it apart. We do have a spare transmission option. We got a little bit of a late start because Big Bigun over here needed as much rest as he can get because he's been going. We got this. We got this, right?
Oh, we got this.
We got this. That tire, that ain't shit. We got 4 more. We got a spare in the back over here. That one's just a quitter. That's all that is. Almost stuck my head right under that thing. See that? Oh, perfect timing. You smell that? This smells horrible. It smells like a porta potty. I've never smelled transmission fluid like that. So we have arrived here at TBM Brakes, and well, we don't have quite the game plan yet because we don't know what we're dealing with. We're gonna rip the transmission out of this thing. We do have options to explore should we need it. We're down, but we're not out. Speaking of down and not out, as they remember this car from Drag Week, they too are having some slight, it's just a small issue. This is fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah,
We're f***ing racing. Bigun, what did we break?
Well, we rolled the sprag.
We got missing those things, and those little accordion-looking things are flattened out. That's not what we're looking for.
The clutches are smoked.
That's what the smell is.
And the snap ring, but I don't think the snap ring is that. I don't think that was an issue. We're still holding on for dear life.
That's wild. We got an idea. We found the smoking gun, literally. Found another smoking gun in here. This seal is absolutely grenaded and blown out. So those clutches came out. If that seal is blown out, it will not apply those clutches, and Bob's your uncle, you have chaos ensues. The Volvo is going back together. See? So I think these guys are going to win the race to rebuild. So we are going to clean up some parts and see if we can find some parts and then put it back together. We still got plenty of time. We got this. Well, you don't want to hang out because I don't have pizza. That's what it is. So, you ever wondered where the best brakes in the world come from? Well, this would be it. This is what they start as. And that's what you get. Monster trucks, the trophy trucks, the drag cars, the sprint cars, like quite literally everything under the sun. A sleepy little town of Bradenton.
Well, clearly in the race to rebuild, they won. Bigun's inside putting the transmission back together. I have to go run and get our boy Taylor some belts. Shout out to Bradenton Supply Company. You can buy speed parts in Bradenton, Florida on a Saturday. As long as you get there before 6.
Dude, lifesaver. We got all the hard parts cleaned up and fresh. What did we get here? We got, I don't even know. My brain's fried.
Intermediate clutches,
Sprag. Get some other magic on it too. Doctored it up for us a little bit, right? So it's going back together. We're going to slap it in the car, and then we're gonna try putting it in without putting the gear vendors on. And then we'll put the gear vendors on in the car because it's tight feet, tight. I can't talk. Tight feet, tight squeeze. We got no trans brake. And it seems like it has no low gear, right? The 1-2, you can hear it shift to third. But 1-2, you don't hear nothing. We'll be back. So it's 11:18 at night, and we don't have reverse and we don't have low gear. This generally leads you to the low reverse band. So we decided to investigate and once again pulled the transmission pan off to find that the low reverse band was misaligned. It looks like it got knocked out of alignment when we put in one of the drums. But fortunately for us, we were able to just take a pry bar and pop it back into place and put it all back together. And here's the results. And oh, dude. You're gonna get that stuff everywhere.
Yes! Ah, finally! Ah! life is, you know, half the battles in life is just, you know, just about showing up. We've showed up. We're about to show out. And whatever cool cliche thing the kids are. Dalton, what are the kids saying nowadays? Give me a cool phrase. Shit. It's lit.
Shut up.
No. See, now I gotta bleep all that out.
Sorry.
We have arrived at Orlando Speed World. We are about to get teched in. We have 28 minutes before the cutoff. I'll believe God. I don't even care. This is the first time I've sat in the car. And this is going to be a long week.
It's like a glove.
We got in the tech line literally 2 minutes to spare. Cutoff was 1 p.m. and we're here. So we should have brought a 12-pack of Diet Coke for Keith Turk. Yes. That way he'll leave us alone, but let's see if we can sweet talk him.
Yeah.